Let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So this whole devil inside me thing, I like it, but I think the first time it was at its best. Don't get me wrong now, they giving us a part two that's somewhat interesting. I can dig it, I can feel it, but I don't think they did, enough to make it good the second time around like it was the first time around. After looking at all the clips of YouTube when, y'all gave me the clips to watch and basically told me, go watch this, go watch Marlene and all that, I went and watched them, and I think I would have enjoyed the first time around better than this second time around because John already know he didn't figure it out. That was the Friday's episode when he got knocked up upside the head in the wall. Well, when he got introduced to the wall and hit his head and now he knocked out. So they doing all right with it. I'm gonna say they doing all right with it. It ain't terrible, but it ain't good. I can dig it, but y'all could have run something better. That's what I'm gonna say. Y'all could have run something way better. I mean, all these people with these second and third people inside of them, why couldn't we wake any of those up? This devil inside me moment, and the moment that she realized the devil, she actually had a chance to come out during the Halloween season and during this time via a Doug, because she tried and she tried and she tried, or he tried and he tried, whichever one it is. I think it's a female. The way that female, male, whichever one it is. So she could have came out sooner. I think that would have spiced up the whole Steveno thing if she would have came out during that time. But I'm not gonna complain about the Steveno thing because the Steveno thing really was kind of good. I don't really like her beating up the elderly though. First we got Julie, then we got Doug, now we got John. Um, John, good luck fighting her the second time around. You might have got away with it the first time. You think a little sermon and a little putting your hands over her head and bringing Marlena out. Marlena talking to you, telling you, I can hear you on fighting and all that. Y'all doing all right with it. It's something to watch. I will give y'all that. It's definitely something to watch. I think y'all didn't do enough research on the first time around, but you know what? Y'all gave us this, so you know what? I'm gonna run with it and I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna ride with it. Um, so as John knows, is he gonna warn the other people like Julie, Doug, any other people? So is he gonna warn those, or he gonna go fight Marlene himself, or I'm wondering how this gonna go. The baby thing, you still gotta wait 9 months for that, so ain't no baby coming out no time soon unless y'all plan on unless y'all got a speed clock on having a baby, then the baby being born, the baby growing inside somebody, so the baby thing is out of the picture. Cause I don't know how y'all gonna pull that off. Like I said, unless y'all got some CERN from Dr. Ruff or y'all got something for Dr. Ruff, I don't see that happening. So the baby thing must be out of the picture. So um I'm interested to see what happens next with the devil thing. Um, what I was gonna say after that? But yeah, um, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, let's move on to Gabby and Carmine and that mess. Basically, Jake called Carmine for a visit. That situation turns chaos and crazy because Jake didn't get what he wanted from Carmine. He pulls a gun out on Carmine. Carmine snatched the gun from him, pulled it out on Jake. Abe asks what the going on here. He shoots Carmine. Jake stays to take care of Abe. Now we got that out of the way. Jake get arrested. He runs and run into Gabby. Gabby sees him, confront him. He tell Gabby, you got more problems to worry about than me. Then he runs to Philip. Philip, well, Ava runs to Philip, talk to him. Carmine walks in. Well, Carmine and Philip talk. Ava walks in, and now the blame gets switched from Carmine to Jake to Carmine to Philip to Ava. Jake, you're not innocent in this situation because it was your gun. Both of y'all fingerprints was on it. Now Philip back into the mob again. He barely made it out alive. Now Ava into this mess, and it's gonna fall down to her and Rafe. So it's gonna be a whole lot of mess going on these next couple of weeks. And I'm kind of here for it. Abel, you finna get knocked down a peg. Gabby, I'm still waiting for your claws to come out because I know you not gonna give up your company. As much as you done sacrifice, as much hard work you done put into that company, I know you not finna get rid of your company that easy without breaking your claws out and without scratching somebody's eyes out. So we already know you gonna be there for Jake. We already know that Rafe know you're telling the truth, but he got to play his cop role, even though you basically told him the whole truth. Even how Carmine got involved in this, and even with the whole incident that happened in Philly that Philip and Ava using against you for you to call Carmine from Philly to Salem, and how that whole mess started. So that's interesting. I'm kind of here for that. I like where you're going with it, but I kind of want to see Gabby lose it one time and see her fight for her company. I like when Gabby in the corner for some reason because that when we see Gabby at her worst and her best. Because you know she ain't finna lose that company. That's Ariana legacy for crying out loud. You know she not finna lose that, as she loved to say so many times, or when she in trouble. So I'm waiting for the claws, Gabby. That's all I can say about that. Ava, you might not be involved in the mob. You might not have no role. The mob might be run by your dad, your uncle, whoever it is. You can't get too involved in this because if you get involved in this, yet again, Trip already told you the mob stuff off the table if you want a relationship with him. So you go back in the mob trying to protect him or protect Carmine, Trip gonna find out that you somewhat involved in the mob again. And Rafe also know what's going on because Gabby, I'm surprised Gabby waited so long to tell this little information. Because Gabby is right. All this came from Ava. Ava got this information from her dad or her uncle, whoever it is. So she used that information to get Jake in the position to make Gabby try to lose her company for Ava can run Gabby Chic. So we already know what the plan is and we already know how it got in motion. Ava, how you gonna save Rafe and try to save your son at the same time and get yourself out of trouble? I'm wondering about that. How you gonna get yourself out of all this trouble you're in all of a sudden? Philip, we already know Chloe and Brady gonna take, top priority over this mob stuff going on. You told Ava to take care of it. You don't want Ava to take care of nothing involved with the mob lie because you already know she gonna do whatever she can to keep her name out of this situation, even though I don't know how she gonna cover herself up in this situation because it's obvious that this is involvement of her family and what's your involvement in this mess. So we already know the information that they used to blackmail Jake. We already know it came from you. Gabby already know it came from you. So how hard is it for us or Rafe or anybody else to track back how they got that information about Jake? How hard is it for anybody to put two and two together and realize that Ava, you in this. Ava, is kind of your fault too. So I'm just sitting back and waiting to see what's gonna happen at this point. Philip, Brady, Chloe, do I have to? I don't like ring around the road and I don't like three rain train wrecks. Do I have to? And Lucas, what you thought, Lucas? I done told you about getting involved in people's affairs. Now, I know Philip is your brother. I know you supposed to be there for your brother or whatnot. Fit Lucas. Sit down somewhere. You ain't got no room to point fingers or judge Brady when you sat there and lied and took the lie with you with Sammy because you want to protect Sammy and you want to protect Chloe from Kristen. How dare you call yourself go confront Brady and you sat there and lied about a whole brain tumor? Like Brady said, you got a whole lot of nerves when you sat there and lied about a brain tumor. A terminal brain tumor. Had Chloe talk about some leaving town and mess. And you coming to me talking about I should leave stuff alone, even though Brady is interfering left and right and trying to make Philip jealous because he had his shot at Chloe. He was dating Kristen at the time, so he couldn't really commit to Chloe. And you know, if he would have broke things off with Kristen for Chloe, we already know Kristen would have went nuts and, you know, would have did something to both of them or the whole family again. So he couldn't risk that, even though Kristen kind of did get Chloe again and hold her hostage. And you know that whole situation was it last year? I think it was. When she was pretending like she was Nicole. And then she got unmasked and had to run around town trying to leave town. Run around here with Jan victims in the trunk. That situation. But anyways though, Lucas, you tripped me out calling yourself trying to confront something. I'm like, Lucas, you just have to be involved in something. I see at this point, when Katie ain't on your neck about your love life, you just have to go do something. You should have been the last person in Salem calling yourself trying to check Brady for interfering in Chloe and Philip relationship because you the one faked the whole brain tumor. You the one got exposed about a brain tumor. You the one got. I don't know why, and I don't know why Brady sat there and listened to you. I would have turned you around and kicked you out of Marlena townhome. Coming here calling yourself trying to confront me like you got any room whatsoever to be checking or confronting anybody trying to stand up for your insecure jealous brother. You had a whole lot of nerves, Lucas. And Chloe, you want Brady just as much as he wants you. Can we please stop with the games? Brady ain't gonna stop. Philip ain't gonna stop. So why don't we just go ahead and call it even? Pick one and leave one alone. Golly. I'm so sick of y'all too. Nicole, you busted. You know that whole Steve and Kayla pretending like, well, Kayla pretending like she was drunk. Remember that? EJ didn't put two and two together and realize you was also involved in that mess, because we already know you got beef with Chloe. I mean with Kristen, because what she did to you, holding you hostage, running around here with your face. So we already know you got beef. So even though you wasn't technically involved in that, trust me, EJ is gonna call you out on that. So be prepared and ready, and tell him why you also helped with that situation. Even though you really didn't help necessarily, he gonna blame you anyways, because they didn't do this alone, and while he was in the bathroom, he didn't know what was going on. So he got some questions for you. That's why he was so happy to see you all of a sudden. So be prepared to answer some questions, Nicole. You gonna lie as always. So good luck with your lies and what you gonna come up with, because at this point, you gonna lie as always. So what else is known? Abe getting shot, seeing Lexi. It was great to see Lexi again, even though it wasn't the original cast Lexi. It was great for Abe to have that little moment with her when he, went flatline in the emergency room, and he got to talk to Lexi, calling her love, they ups and they downs, how they tried so hard to have Theo, their greatest moments, they less greatest moments. Hey, we got to spend time. He ready to recommit the Lexi all over again in heaven. Um, it was nice to see, like I said, it was nice to see Lexi all over again. Even though we didn't get that wasn't the original Lexi, because we know Lexi hair was not that color. We know Lexi hair was not that straight. We know Lexi wear curls, sometimes, straight down, and she never wore black hair. She wore black hair a couple of times, but black wasn't her original hair color. She'll have her hair looking good regardless. Sometimes she wore it straight or whatnot. So we know that wasn't the original Lexi. We know that's why they wouldn't show her face. We all we saw was the back of her head, and A smiling, enjoying his little moments with Lexi. That wasn't her voice, but like I said, it was a cute little moment. Even though, Abe had to come back down to us again, because he said, you right, this ain't my time. I got to go back. My friends, my family, my kids, my grandchildren, I got to come back. Even though this was a good little moment for me to spend this time with you, getting ready to recommit to you all over again. This is not my time, so I got to say goodbye. But I see you soon when it's time. That was nice. Now y'all did y'all thing with that. Like that was a nice little moment. I actually enjoyed that little moment to see them actually have that little conversation, because how she passed away, it was sad. That was a sad moment right there. They was at the beach, I think it was, or they was at a picnic, and that was her last final moments. Kind of like the bowl in a beautiful dead Stephanie and Brooke. That was kind of their moment where, he was spending his last few moments or last 30 minutes with Lex before she passed away. And that moment, and I actually enjoyed that when Kristen back in town. Kristen, you come just to slap EJ and get caught. Even though if you do get caught and they do realize you're in Salem, they ain't gonna catch you. You know how hard it is for them to catch you. I'm surprised they caught you them little few months you was in prison. And when you went to prison and then you came back out sooner rather than later as Susan Banks, so they ain't gonna catch you. And you kind of slap EJ to tell him that you kind of told them where I was, and then I had to put some little traps with Steve, but Steve wouldn't track my location. And once she in town, here she go yet again. I got to see my baby. I got to spend time with my daughter, even though the daughter is talking and walking now. Of course, after the baby, she got to see Brady. So we already know. Then after Brady, she have to at least shake a tree or something. So we know Kristen not gonna leave town so freely, and you know she's not gonna leave without, you know, knocking over a few trash cans. The Paulina stuff, disclose. Disclose for hearing the truth. Disclose. I can wait. I'm a patient man. I can wait. But disclose. If A wouldn't have got shot and been in the wrong place at the wrong time, disclose. Paulina, that still don't mean you saved. Remember, this is not Marlena you talking to. And like Marlena told you, she wants you to tell it before well, she said she ain't gonna tell, but she wants you to tell it. So just don't get you off the hook. Just don't get you off the hook. So while you thinking, oh, I get another breather, I get another, you know, a few rounds of keeping this secret. No, you don't. No, you don't. If I was you, I'd come clean sooner rather than later. Because Marlena, she can easily slip up or accident, or you can get caught yet again. How you got caught several times saying that Lonnie is your daughter. So good luck, Paulina, trying to hide this secret. Abe, okay, he fine. He going into surgery, but that still don't exempt you for coming clean with this truth. So sit there and wait on it if you want to. It's gonna come out whether you like it or not. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye.